YMC, young man's conversation. Top of the day, gentlemen. To the young men out there, slow it down. For anybody who's out there right now, who's sitting down, and you know you about to bust that load, pull back, man. You feel like you're about to release, and you're about to call shorty over, and you don't want her to come over, because you know what's gonna happen? Don't make the call, man. If you can't engage in a sexual encounter with a woman and not release, and it's a problem for you to hold back, man, don't call her. Post up, you know, breathe deep, control your breath, control your thoughts, man. Because if you're trying to practice semen retention, you know, and you can't prevent yourself or stop yourself from doing that, then you need to wait and post up, man, and fill your mind up with something else besides that activity. Because the whole goal is for you to become a stronger you, a better version of yourself. And the only way you can become a better version of yourself is by having that seminal power in that system, that gold liquid, you know, that shine. You know, there's a stronger you, and then there's this weaker you. And this weaker you goes for any motherfucking thing, man. It goes for anything. Excuse me. It will take the most low quality woman and make her your wife. It will take the most low quality bottle of alcohol. It will cause you to wear the less expensive clothes, or should I say, it will cause you to start dressing in a way that you wouldn't naturally dress if you was whole and if you was locked in and focused. You know, that weaker part of you that always releases, does anything anyone wants it to do. It has no courage, doesn't have confidence, no surety about itself. It's just like the leaf that falls off the tree and just blows with the wind. It just goes. Wherever it lands, it lands. That's the weaker part of you that doesn't have no discipline. It doesn't have no strength. It doesn't have no focus. It doesn't have no nothing, man. It doesn't know if it wants to be or does it not want to be. It doesn't even ask the question on whether it's good, bad, or ugly for itself. That's that weaker part of you. You know, because you are not allowing yourself to be that stronger part of you that stands firm in its actions, that knows it needs to stop and let something go when it's over. You know, that stronger part of you knows when the season comes for it to end, it ends and a new one begins, and it goes with the new season. It doesn't stay stuck in that time that you don't need to be in no more. You know, this is why we want you to practice semen retention so bad, because when you let that liquid go, you let that courage go. You let that confidence go. You let that creativity go. You know, you let that man who you was transforming into, that Megatron, go, man. And you start acting like a Decepticon. You're just a Decepticon. You're going against your morals and your ethics and your lifestyle. You know, you're going against the future you down the line that's trying to tell you, like, hey, man, we got it out here. We got it already. But you need to get to this future. The only you can really get to this future is by letting go of that weaker you. Because the weaker part of you has no vision. And it does have vision. It's nothing magnificent. It's nothing great. It's nothing good. You know, YMC, young man's conversation. You know, it's for my young men out there, man, who's inside the capsule like Goku. You know, you just want to build up. You want to get stronger. You know, you want a better quality of life. You want to be better, make better decisions. You know, and when you discipline yourself, you know, you start really asking yourself why you're doing this and why you should not do it. The consequences of both the pros and cons. You know, you start visualizing how things will look you know, after you make the decision or the choice, and you look at what could be and what could be bad. You know, you start looking at your wife and you're like, why is my relationship fucked up with her? Why isn't it not good? And you start to pay attention and you notice, like, wait a minute. It's because I was being weak. It's because I thought hanging out with my boys was more important than hanging out with my wife. I thought hanging out with my boys was more important than hanging out with my kids. I thought hanging out with my boys was more important than being on my job and focus on a promotion or creating my own business or mastering myself and my craft. You know, I thought me sneaking around, messing with all these women was much more of a joy than find me a woman who was the equivalent to all these other women. And if you plan on being single for the rest of your life, that's fine too. That's absolutely fine. But you want to at least be with the best quality of woman, and not just the ones at the lower totem pole who doesn't want to do anything with themselves, who doesn't give a fuck about their lives. You know, you want the best of the best. God, the universe provided the best for the ones who want it. And all it does is you simply just saying, hey, I'm gonna pull back from all these sexual activities until I'm able to train myself to not release this liquid, this power, until I desire it to, on my own terms. You know, there's the stronger you and there's the weaker you. Straight up, man. Straight up. You could be a mirror man, you could be a Superman. But you gotta make that choice. You know, if any of you in the house right now who's just sitting there, you're like, how do I start doing this? Like, how can I stop myself right now? Because I've been just getting it and just choking my chicken every day. What can I do to stop it? Because the habit is so strong. It overwhelms me every time I see something sexy. I just want to get off. You know, and how you start off is by cutting it off. Turn the TV off, man. You know, depending on who you're following, if it's too many butts and stuff like that, man, stop following them. Stop following them. You know, if you know the music is causing you to be aroused and you want you to chase these particular kind of women, then you need to stop listening to that music for a minute. You know, you need to start reading about controlling your thoughts. You know, meditating, making better decisions. Watch videos on that. You know, little by little. Because when you see that bottle of liquor right there and you haven't learned how to not say no, or learn how to say no, then you're gonna grab that bottle as soon as you see it. It's the same thing with a woman. As soon as you see that woman, you're gonna try to bust her down to the ground. So you need to stay away from that until you can become strong enough. People always try to say, oh man, I can stand by her, be right by her, and you know, I'll be cool. Like, I ain't gonna try to mess with her. But you're not strong enough to not do that. You're gonna do it. So you gotta keep yourself away from what's tempting you. And then at the end of the day, in the reality of all these things, the cars, the women, the drugs, you know, none of that's tempting you, man. It's inside of you that's making you be tempted. It's your own thoughts that's causing you to be tempted. It's really you that's doing it. But until you understand that, through experiences, you need to stay away from what's outside of you and then work on what's inside of you. And once you get rid of it from the inside, when you see it on the outside, it'll have no meaning to you. It has no power over you. YMC, Young Man Conversation. Get strong, man. Look at what's weak about you, and look at what's strong about you. Look at that old you that's down there below, and see how it never led you to anywhere great. Let's go, man. What more can you ask for? Let's do it.